Hey there. Welcome back to Kingdom on Wall Street. I'm your host, Starkey Robertson, and this is where we talk about faith, business, stewardship, and what it really looks like to build what God has placed in your hands. If you're a Christian entrepreneur, business owner, or you're simply trying to become more disciplined and intentional with your kingdom assignment, you're in the right place. Before we get into today's conversation, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you valuable new content throughout the week as we build an ongoing conversation around kingdom business, entrepreneurship, stewardship, and purpose. Subscribing to this channel is by far the easiest way to stay connected. And grab a pen and paper for this one because today I want to challenge you to think about opportunity differently. Most entrepreneurs spend a lot of time looking for opportunities. Where's my next customer? Where's my next contract? Where's my next source of revenue? Who's going to open a door for me? Those are reasonable questions, but there's another question I think kingdom entrepreneurs should learn to ask. What opportunities can move through me? Not just to me, through me. Let's get into it. One of the beautiful things about business is that when it functions properly, value doesn't stop with the owner. Think about what happens when someone starts a successful company. Customers receive something they need. Employees can receive income. Vendors receive business. Contractors receive projects. Other businesses receive referrals. Communities receive services. Governments receive tax revenue. Families can be supported. One functioning business can create economic activity far beyond the person who owns it. That's powerful. And I think this gives kingdom entrepreneurs an opportunity to think bigger about stewardship. Your business doesn't only have the potential to create opportunity for you, it can become a platform that creates opportunity for other people. So today I want to give you 5 practical ways to do that. Number one, make introductions. This might be the easiest thing on the entire list. You don't need money. You don't need employees. You don't need a huge company. You simply need to know 2 people who should probably know each other. Imagine somebody tells you, I'm looking for a graphic designer, and you know a great graphic designer. Make the introduction. Someone says, we're looking for office space. You know someone with available commercial property. Make the introduction. A business needs bookkeeping. You know an accountant. Make the introduction. Someone is looking for work. You know a company that's hiring. Make the introduction. Sometimes opportunity is sitting on opposite sides of one relationship. You happen to be standing in the middle. That's valuable. And I want you to notice something. You don't necessarily have to receive anything from the transaction. Sometimes your role is simply connection. Now, I'm not saying you should refer people irresponsibly. If you don't know whether someone does good work, don't put your reputation behind them. But when you genuinely know 2 people who could create value for each other, why keep that information to yourself? There are opportunities being missed every day because the right people simply haven't met. You may be able to change that with one email, one text message, one phone call, one introduction. Number two, share what you know. Information can create opportunity. Let's say you've spent 5 years learning an industry. You know where beginners usually make mistakes. You know which certifications matter. You know how customers actually buy. You know what equipment someone needs. You know which software works. You know which questions to ask. You know what you wish someone had told you when you started. That's valuable. And again, this doesn't mean giving away professional services that should legitimately be paid for. If consulting is your business, charge for consulting. If training is your business, charge for training. Expertise has value. But there are still moments when a piece of information can open a door for somebody. You might tell another entrepreneur, you should look into this program. Have you considered this certification? There's an organization you should contact. I made this mistake when I started. Don't repeat it. You should talk to this person. Sometimes information is the opportunity. Think about how many times your own direction changed because somebody told you something you didn't know. That's why knowledge should circulate. When appropriate, teach, share, point people toward resources, answer questions, create useful content. Tell somebody what you wish somebody had told you. Your experience may shorten somebody else's journey. Number 3, use your business to give someone a first chance. I really like this one. Everybody wants experience, but somebody has to provide the first opportunity to get experience. Think about young people, students, new entrepreneurs, someone changing careers, someone learning a trade, someone building a portfolio, someone trying to prove what they can do. They may be talented, they may be responsible, they may be capable, but their resume doesn't show it yet. Your business may occasionally have an opportunity to become somebody's first real chance. That could mean an internship, an apprenticeship, a small paid project, a freelance assignment, a mentorship, an entry-level position, a chance to present an idea, a chance to shadow somebody. And notice that I said paid project when actual productive work is being performed. Creating opportunity should never become an excuse for exploiting people. Don't tell somebody this will be great exposure and then expect 40 hours of free labor. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about legitimate opportunities for someone to demonstrate capability and gain experience. You don't have to hand somebody responsibility they're unprepared to carry. Start small, give them a real assignment, set expectations, provide feedback, see what they do. Somebody may surprise you, and years later they may remember, that was the first person who gave me a chance. Your business can do that. Number 4, create room for other businesses. This is where entrepreneurs can become extremely intentional. Your company buys things. Even a very small company eventually needs products and services. Printing, photography, cleaning, technology, marketing, food, transportation, accounting, legal services, repairs, contractors, supplies, software. And as you grow, that list grows. So when your business needs something, don't only ask, where can I get this? Also ask, who could we potentially create an opportunity for? Again, standards matter. Kingdom economics does not mean giving contracts to businesses that can't perform the work. If anything, we should encourage excellence. But when qualified businesses exist, we can become more intentional about discovering them. And larger opportunities can sometimes be divided into smaller opportunities. Maybe your company wins a contract but needs a subcontractor. Maybe you're hosting an event and need a caterer. Maybe you're building a website and need a photographer. Maybe your client needs a service you don't provide. Instead of trying to own every dollar connected to the customer, there may be an opportunity to bring another business into the value chain. That's a different mindset. It's not how much can I keep, it's how much value can we create. If I can earn revenue, serve my customer well, and create legitimate business for somebody else at the same time, that's a healthy economic transaction. Number 5, become the person who notices potential. This one is less mechanical, but I think it may be the most important. Pay attention to people. Somebody around you is good at something they don't realize is valuable. You've probably experienced this. Someone makes incredible cakes. Everybody tells them, you should sell these. Someone repairs things naturally. Someone organizes everything. Someone is great with children. Someone knows how to negotiate. Someone is an excellent communicator. Someone has incredible attention to detail. Someone understands technology. Someone is naturally good at sales. Sometimes people don't recognize their own abilities as economic capabilities. You may see something they don't. Tell them. Ask. Have you ever thought about doing something with this? Would you like me to introduce you to somebody? Have you considered charging for this? There's an opportunity coming up that you might be good at. You should apply for that. You should submit your work. You should talk to them. Those words can matter. And I want to make an important distinction. You are not responsible for everybody's success. You cannot force somebody to act. You cannot carry everybody. You cannot build someone else's business for them. You cannot want an opportunity more than the person receiving it. But you can open a door. They still have to walk through it. And sometimes that's enough. Now step back and look at all 5 things we've discussed: introductions, knowledge, first chances, business opportunities, recognizing potential. Do you notice what connects all 5? People have to know each other. Opportunity moves through relationships. And that's one of the reasons I believe connectivity matters so much within the Christian community and economy. There may already be a Christian entrepreneur who could fulfill the contract, a professional with the skill, a business that provides the service, a person looking for an opportunity, a church doing important work, an organization looking for a partner. The problem is, how do we know they're there? That's one of the reasons we're building Ellen Trend. Ellen Trend is designed to strengthen connectivity across the Christian community and economy. We're creating a place where Christians, Christian-owned businesses, churches, professionals, and other applicable organizations can become easier to discover. And right now, registration is free. If you're a Christian business owner, you can list your business for free. If you represent a church, you can list your church for free. So I want you to go to ellen.tren.com. That's ELENTREN.com. The direct link is also in the description below. Create your profile, list your business or church, let people know you're there. And then don't only think about what you might find on Ellen Trend. Think about who you might help somebody else find. That's the culture I want us to build. Imagine somebody says, I need a company that does this. And instead of saying, I don't know, you can say, let's see who's on Ellen Trend. Someone needs a business, a professional, a church, a connection, an opportunity. Let's see who's there. That's how a network starts becoming useful. And Ellen Trend is still new. We're actively building that network right now. So don't wait for everybody else to arrive first. Help us establish the community. Registration is free. Business and church listings are free. Go to ellentrend.com and you'll find the direct link in the description below. Now grab that pen and paper again. I want you to do something practical. Write down 5 names, 5 people. Not necessarily people who need money, people for whom you may be able to create some kind of opportunity. Maybe one person needs an introduction. Maybe somebody needs information. Maybe someone needs their first project. Maybe another business deserves consideration the next time you need a vendor. Maybe somebody simply needs encouragement to recognize something valuable they're already capable of doing. 5 names. Then beside each name write, what could I do? Not what could I promise? Don't promise things you can't deliver. Just ask, what could I reasonably do? Maybe the answer is send an email, make an introduction, share a resource, forward an opportunity, give someone a chance to submit a proposal, recommend a business, tell somebody about a job opening, invite someone into a conversation. Sometimes creating opportunity doesn't require a huge gesture. It requires intentionality. And I think this is one of the ways kingdom entrepreneurship becomes bigger than personal success. We should absolutely build healthy businesses. We should generate revenue. We should create sustainable companies. We should pursue excellence. But imagine what happens when successful kingdom entrepreneurs also become opportunity creators. Now, your success doesn't terminate with you. Your growth creates jobs. Your contracts create vendors. Your knowledge creates wiser entrepreneurs. Your relationships create introductions. Your platform creates visibility. Your resources create possibilities. And somebody else's success may create opportunities for still more people. That's multiplication. Not everybody you help will remember you. Not everybody will say thank you. Not every introduction will work. Not every person you give a chance will succeed. That's okay. The goal isn't to become everybody's hero. The goal is stewardship. We use what God has placed in our hands responsibly. We create value. We serve people. we open legitimate doors when we're able, and whatever good ultimately comes from it, God gets the glory. So tell me what you think. Who gave you an opportunity when you were first getting started? What's one opportunity your business could realistically create for somebody else this year? And which of these 5 areas do you think Christian businesses could become better at? Introductions, sharing knowledge, giving first chances, creating business for one another, or recognizing potential? Put your answers down in the comment section. And for this particular video, I really want you to read the other responses. Somebody may mention what they do. Somebody may mention what they're looking for. Somebody may have knowledge you need. You may have knowledge they need. A connection may be sitting right there. We spend a lot of time praying for God to open doors for us, and we should. But every once in a while, ask another question. Has God already placed me in a position to hold a door open for somebody else? Look around. The opportunity you create for somebody else might begin with something as simple as, I know somebody you should meet. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.